Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. But now, I want you to listen very carefully. Please, pay close attention because this video might be the most important video you watch this entire year. And I am not saying this to sound dramatic or to get your attention. I am saying it because you are losing something every single day, and the scariest part is that you don't even realize it. You are losing your brain. I don't mean this in a scary way, like a sudden disease. I mean it's happening slowly and quietly. You are letting your brain grow older, weaker, and slower. And honestly, you're not doing anything to stop it. Think about your daily life. You scroll through your phone for hours, looking at things you will forget in 10 seconds. You repeat the same boring routine every single day. You avoid anything that feels uncomfortable or difficult. And then you ask yourself, why am I forgetting names? Why don't I feel smart anymore? Why is life starting to feel dull and heavy? It is because your brain is dying. And if you don't take control now, if you don't protect it and train it like a muscle, you will slowly become a zombie. You will be awake, but you won't be truly alive. This video is not for people who want fun little tips. This video is for people who are ready to fight for their minds. It is for people who want to stay sharp, powerful, creative, young, and full of life, even when they are 50, 60, or 70 years old. In this video, I'm going to show you the 16 most powerful habits to keep your brain young. These are not the boring things you see everywhere. These are raw, real, and tested by people who want to stay alive up here, points to head. If you follow these habits, you won't just have a younger brain. You will think faster, speak smarter, and feel much better. You will wake up with energy and sleep like a baby. But most of all, you will stop feeling like your life is passing you by. But if you ignore this, well, don't complain later when your memory dies, your focus disappears, and you forget what it feels like to be alive. Also, this video is perfect for your English. While you learn how to keep your brain young, you will also improve your English listening, understanding, and confidence. You are training your brain and growing your English at the same time. Let's begin. Let's rebuild your brain from the inside. Habit 1. Use your other hand sometimes. Sounds simple, right? But please don't laugh, because this small habit is a mental weapon and almost no one uses it. Think of your brain like a tree. Every time you do something new or difficult, the tree grows a new branch. But if you do the same thing every day, the tree just sits there. There is no growth and no strength. Using your non-dominant hand, the hand you don't usually use for brushing your teeth, eating, opening doors, or writing, forces your brain to wake up. You're not just moving a hand. You are building new neural connections. You are training your brain to stay flexible, alert, and sharp. Let's say you always use your right hand. Today, you try to eat with your left hand. It feels awkward. Maybe you spill some food. You feel frustrated. But that's exactly the point. That awkwardness, that struggle, that is your brain saying, wait, this is new. I need to grow. I need to focus. You force it to work harder. And that is when the magic happens. People who do this kind of brain training have better memory, faster thinking, and a lower risk of brain aging in old age. So start now. Try writing your name with your other hand. Try brushing your teeth tonight with the wrong hand. Do it not for fun, but to fight brain death. Because if you only do what is easy, your brain gets lazy. And lazy brains die young. Habit 2. Do one hard thing every day. Let me be honest with you. Most people want an easy life. They avoid anything that feels scary, painful, or uncomfortable. But here is the truth that no one wants to hear. Your brain only stays young when it struggles. Comfort kills it. Doing one hard thing every day means you challenge your brain like a warrior. You force it to grow stronger. What counts as a hard thing? Speaking English even when you are scared. Waking up early when you don't feel like it. Saying no to junk food when everyone else is eating it. Talking to someone new. Going to the gym. Studying one more page even when you are tired. Every time you push your mind into pain or fear just a little bit, you give it a shock. You give it a reminder that you are still alive. There was a man named David. He was 44 years old. He was smart once, but now he felt tired, unfocused, and weak. He asked his doctor, "Why does my brain feel old?" The doctor's answer was simple. Because you stopped doing hard things 10 years ago. David started small. He took a cold shower for 20 seconds every day. He forced himself to read one page of a book he didn't like. He walked for 20 minutes alone with no phone. Within 30 days, he said, "My brain feels electric again." It wasn't because of medicine, but because of struggle. Here is a simple challenge for you. Right now, pick one hard thing for today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Do it now. And then tomorrow, do another one. Because if you don't, you will rot in the comfort that is quietly destroying you. Habit 3. Stay away from screens for some time. Let me hit you with the truth. Your phone is making your brain stupid. Yes, I said it. Not slow, stupid. Every time you scroll, your brain is doing the same thing. Jumping, jumping, jumping. You scroll from one video to another, one post to another. Do you think your brain likes that? No. Your brain is being punished. It is like giving sugar to a child every 3 seconds. What happens? The child becomes wild, unfocused, and weak. That is your brain right now. And here is the scariest part. Most people cannot even sit alone in silence for 5 minutes anymore. They panic. They grab their phone like it is oxygen. That is not normal. That is an addiction. That is brain rot. Think of someone you know who is always online. They check Instagram 20 times a day. They reply to messages in 2 seconds. They are always available. But try to talk to them in real life. They cannot focus for more than 10 seconds. They forget things. They say what? 10 times in one conversation. They feel tired, lazy, and mentally slow. That is the price of too much screen time. What must you do? Start small. Turn off all screens for just 30 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no YouTube, no background noise. Just sit, walk, think, or write. Let your brain breathe. Do this every day and your brain will start healing. Do this daily and your focus will come back. You will remember who you are. But if you ignore this, your brain will soon be controlled, not by you, but by a screen that doesn't care if you live or die. Habit 4. Sleep in a dark, silent room. Let me ask you something. Do you sleep with the TV on? Do you have lights in your room? Is your phone next to your head? If yes, then congratulations. You are slowly killing your brain while you sleep. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is the time when your brain cleans itself, repairs memory, resets emotions, and grows stronger. But this only happens if the sleep is deep. It only happens if it is dark and silent. If light enters your eyes while you sleep, even a small light from a phone notification, a lamp, or a street light, your brain does not go fully deep. It stays half awake. The result? You wake up feeling tired, foggy, and irritated. You forget names. You lose focus. You feel older than you really are. Imagine two men. They are the same age, have the same job, and the same stress. One man sleeps 7 hours in a dark, quiet room. The other man sleeps 7 hours with the lights on and his phone buzzing all night. After 30 days, the first man has energy, focus, and motivation. The second man has headaches, a bad mood, and cannot concentrate. What is the difference? Only how they sleep. The same hours, but different quality. Your brain needs real sleep. You must make your room like a cave. Pitch black. Use an eye mask or blackout curtains. No sounds. Use earplugs or turn off everything. Keep your phone far away, outside the room if possible. This is not a small change. This is a life-saving change. If you keep sleeping with distractions, you're not resting, you're rotting. Habit 5. Walk alone in nature without your phone. Here is a question that most people can't answer. When was the last time you walked alone without your phone and just listened? Listen to the sound of the wind, the trees, the birds, or even your own thoughts. If your answer is, I don't remember, then your brain is not okay. It's trapped. You were born to experience life with your eyes, ears, skin, and heart. But now, you only see through a screen. You only hear notifications. You have forgotten how to just be. Walking alone in nature, even for 10 minutes, can reset your entire nervous system. It lowers stress, improves memory, and boosts creativity. It reminds your brain what peace feels like. There was a woman named Eliza. She had panic attacks, brain fog, and constant stress. Her therapist told her, no pills. Just walk outside every day without your phone. At first, she hated it. She felt bored, anxious, and restless. But after 1 week, she said, I heard the birds. I noticed the sky. I heard my own thoughts again. It was like meeting myself after years. Her panic slowed down. Her focus returned. This wasn't magic. It was because nature is the medicine your brain forgot. Your challenge: find a quiet place, a park, a garden, or a road with trees. Leave your phone at home. Just walk, breathe, watch, and listen. Do it daily. Not for weight loss, not for fun, but for survival. If you cannot be alone with your thoughts, you are not in control. Your brain is drowning in noise, and one day, that noise will destroy you. Habit 6. Read something that challenges your thinking. Most people only read what they like. They read things that agree with them and make them feel comfortable. But here is a brutal truth. If your brain never gets confused, it never gets stronger. Your mind is like a muscle. If it only lifts soft, light things, it stays weak. But if it lifts something heavy, something strange, or something uncomfortable, it grows. You need to read something that shakes your beliefs. You need something that makes you stop and say, "Wait, am I wrong?" It could be a book that disagrees with your opinion, a biography of someone you don't like, a story from a culture you don't understand, or a science idea that sounds strange to you. When you do this, your brain is forced to think deeper, not just react. That is how you stay young. Let me tell you about Marcus. He was 36 years old and always believed that money was evil. He hated rich people. He thought success meant greed. Then one day, he read a book by a millionaire who donated 90% of his money. Marcus was shocked. Not all rich people are bad, he thought. That single book changed how he saw the world. It didn't make him agree with everything, but it woke up parts of his brain that had been sleeping for years. Now he reads books that make him uncomfortable on purpose, and he says his mind feels 10 years younger. Do this now. Don't just read to relax. Read to challenge your brain. Pick a book or article that you normally avoid. And when your brain says, "This is stupid," don't run. Stay there. Fight it. Think. Because if you always agree with everything you read, you are not thinking, you are just following. And followers don't have young minds. Habit 7. Try to remember without checking. This one will hurt you because you are already addicted to the opposite. You forget something? You check Google. You forget a number? You check your phone. You forget a name? You ask again. It feels normal, right? But here is the harsh truth. Every time you check, instead of trying to remember, your brain becomes weaker. You are training your brain to be lazy. You are teaching it. Don't worry, brain. I'll ask again. I'll check again. And so, your brain stops working hard. This habit is about active recall, forcing your brain to pull out information without help. It is uncomfortable and hard, but that pain is exactly what keeps your brain sharp. For example, Sarah, a 25-year-old student, used to forget everything: her schedule, her lessons, even her passwords. Her teacher told her, "Stop writing everything down. Start using your brain like a toolbox, not a trash can." So, she did something crazy. Before checking anything, she waited 60 seconds. She tried to remember. She gave her brain one last chance. In 1 month, she felt a change. She remembered more. She learned faster. She even became more confident when speaking. This wasn't because she studied harder, but because she stopped outsourcing her memory. Simple rule for you. Before you check something, pause. Close your eyes. Try to pull it from your memory, even if it hurts. Every time you remember on your own, you grow new brain wires. Every time you skip that chance, you cut those wires. This habit can be the difference between a brain that ages and a brain that survives. Habit 8. Do something new you're bad at. You will hate this one. Your ego will fight it. But I don't care. I'm here to protect your brain, not your feelings. Your brain grows the most when you suck at something. Not when you win, not when you're good, but when you fail and keep going. Do you want a young brain? Then go and look stupid on purpose. Learn the piano. Try public speaking. Dance badly. Cook a new recipe. Draw a sketch. Your brain doesn't care if you look cool. It only cares if you're growing. Think about this. You walk into a room and forget why. You meet someone and forget their name in 5 seconds. That's not age or tiredness. That's a brain that has been taught to be lazy. Now imagine doing the opposite. You forget something and you force yourself to pause. You dig. You fight to remember. You sweat a little. Then suddenly it comes back. That moment is not small. That is your brain saying, "Thank you for using me. I'm still alive." Pick one thing this week that you are bad at. Do it. Practice it. Suffer through it. Because when you do what you're bad at, you tell your brain, "We're still growing." But when you only do what you're good at, you become like an old dog doing the same trick every day. Boring, slow, and forgotten. Habit 9. Talk deeply, not just small talk. This habit will feel uncomfortable because it asks you to go deeper than fake smiles. Most people today speak like robots. How are you? I'm good. Nice weather. Busy day, huh? But when was the last time your brain felt alive during a conversation? Not entertained, not distracted, but truly alive? Your brain needs depth. It needs conversations that make it think, feel, and reflect. If you only talk about nonsense, your brain will start treating people like noise. And one day, you'll forget how to even connect. Imagine you meet someone and ask, "How are you?" They say, "Fine." You nod and move on. 2 days later, you forget their name. Why? Because nothing real happened. Your brain didn't feel anything. Now, imagine asking, "What's something you're afraid to fail at?" They pause. They open up. They say, "I'm scared of being alone." Your brain doesn't forget that. You walk away feeling mentally alive. Stop asking questions you don't care about. Stop giving answers that aren't real. Stop being scared of silence. Start asking, "What's something that changed you this year?" Or "What's your biggest fear?" These questions force your brain to engage on a deeper level. If you never talk this way, you'll have 1,000 friends, but you'll still feel lonely because your brain never tasted real connection. Habit 10. Change your daily routine often. This one will hit you hard. Your routine, the things you do every morning and evening, is quietly killing your brain. You wake up the same way, eat the same breakfast, walk the same road, talk to the same people, and watch the same shows. Your brain is sleeping with its eyes open. Repetition without change is poison. It makes your brain lazy, stiff, and bored. Boredom is a signal. "Hey, I'm dying here." Think of your morning today. Did it feel exactly like yesterday? That's your brain running on autopilot. When you do this for years, you feel like life is moving fast, but you are not moving at all. You feel foggy and stuck. Now imagine this. You wake up and brush your teeth with the opposite hand. You sit on the floor to eat breakfast. You walk down a different street. You listen to a language you don't know. Suddenly, your brain starts noticing. It starts waking up. It says, "Wait, this is new. Pay attention." Same routine equals same results. Change equals growth. Break the loop. Not once, but all the time. Eat breakfast in a different place. Change your walking route. Sleep on the other side of the bed. Rearrange your room. Start your day without your phone. Small changes have big effects. Your brain gets surprised, and surprise equals growth. You were not born to live on repeat. You were born to create. Habit 11. Teach what you just learned. Here is a truth you've been avoiding. You don't really understand something until you can teach it. Most people read something, nod their head, feel smart for 5 minutes, and then forget everything the next day. Why? Because they never used it. Your brain is like a fire. If you don't pass the flame to others, it slowly goes cold. For example, you watch a video about how to stay calm. It makes sense, but the next day, you are stressed again. Why? Because your brain never processed it. You understood it, but you didn't own it. Now, imagine this. Right after watching the video, you go to your brother and say, "Hey, I learned something powerful today. Let me explain it to you." In that moment, your brain is forced to organize the idea and find simple words. You're not just remembering anymore, you're reinforcing. Every time you learn something new, no matter how small, teach it to someone. Immediately. You don't need a classroom. Teach it to a friend, a partner, or even the mirror. When you teach, your brain says, "Oh, this isn't just a random fact. This matters." If you learn and never share, you're just storing ideas in a dusty drawer that your brain will never open again. Habit 12. Play strategy games, not mindless ones. Let's be clear. Your brain hates boredom, but it hates stupidity even more. Most people play games to escape. Candy tap, games, endless scrolling games. They have bright colors and loud sounds, but zero thinking. It feels fun, but it's destroying your brain's ability to think deeply. You are training your mind to expect rewards without effort. This is how you kill your brain while smiling. Now, look at strategy games. Chess, Sudoku, word puzzles, memory cards. These games hurt your head. You lose. You get stuck. You make mistakes. But that pain is your brain lifting weights. Next time you're bored, open your phone and instead of the usual easy game, try something that makes you think. You'll feel frustration, not fun. You'll want to quit. And that is the exact moment to stay. That tiredness you feel after 10 minutes of chess is not bad. It's growth. Junk games feel good, but rot your brain. Strategy games are the healthy food your mind needs. Habit 13. Practice intermittent fasting. You won't like this because it doesn't sound fun. Your brain doesn't care about comfort. Most people eat too much and too often. When your stomach is always full, your brain becomes slow because digestion is hard work. When your body is busy with food, your brain has less energy. Try this. Don't eat anything for 12 to 14 hours, for example, from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. Do this once or twice a week. You'll notice something strange. You become more alert and focused. Your thoughts get sharper. Why? Because fasting activates a hormone called BDNF, a brain growth hormone. Next time you wake up, don't eat immediately. Just drink water and wait. In those quiet hours, observe your brain. You'll feel hunger, then discomfort, and then clarity. You'll get ideas and remember things faster. That's your brain in hunter mode. If you never fast, your mind will stay full and foggy forever. Habit 14. Use brain writing instead of brainstorming. This habit is dangerous because it shows how weak your thinking really is. You've heard of brainstorming, right? Everyone throws ideas out loud, but fast talking is often shallow thinking. People say what is easy, not what is deep. Try brain writing. It means writing ideas in silence. Just you and your thoughts. Set a timer for 5 minutes. No internet, no distractions. You'll notice that the first 3 ideas are obvious. Then your brain goes blank. That is the moment your growth starts. Now you must push. Now your brain must go deeper. Try it today. Pick a problem, like how can I improve my focus? Set a timer for 7 minutes. Write without stopping. At minute 5, your brain will hurt. Keep writing. At minute 7, you'll have one thought that shocks you. That thought could change your life. If you always talk out loud, you'll only say what's on the surface, never what's deep beneath. Habit 15. Take cold showers. This habit is brutal, and that's why it works. Most people live chasing comfort, warm blankets, soft chairs, sweet snacks. But comfort is the slowest way to kill your brain. When your body is always comfortable, your mind gets lazy. It stops adapting. Now imagine this. You wake up and turn on the shower, but it's ice cold. Every part of you screams no. Your mind panics. In that exact second, something powerful happens. Your brain snaps into full alertness. No coffee or sugar can do this. Your body thinks it's under attack, so your brain comes alive. Your awareness gets sharper and your focus increases. This is real mental control. Try it tomorrow. After your normal warm shower, turn the water to cold for just 30 seconds. Your brain will say, "This is stupid," but stay in and tell your brain, "We don't run from discomfort anymore." If you can control your body's panic, you can control your mind's weakness. Habit 16. Memorize one new poem or song every week. This is the final habit, and it's not cute, it's mental surgery. It's about rebuilding your brain. Your memory is dying because you stopped using it. You think everything should be easy to find. Why remember a number when it's in the phone? You've outsourced your memory, and your brain has stopped trying. The fix: choose one small poem or a verse from a song every week. Repeat it out loud. Write it down by hand. Test yourself. Memorizing is deep thinking. It forces your brain to structure and connect. That is how you build mental muscle. Think of that one song you still remember from years ago. Imagine using that power on purpose. Memorize a quote that inspires you. Repeat it until it becomes a part of you. In 1 year, you will have 52 pieces of wisdom living inside your brain. Not on your phone, but inside you. People who memorize regularly have sharper focus and slower brain aging. Without this, your brain becomes like an empty library. These are not nice habits. They are uncomfortable, painful, and raw. That is why they work. Everything that keeps the brain young lives outside your comfort zone. Your brain is not always your friend. It wants to save energy. If you don't fight back, it will slowly shut down your fire. It will keep you safe while you lose your mind piece by piece. But now you have the tools, the 16 weapons. Each one is simple but powerful. Use them daily for your survival. Because if you don't protect your brain, no one will. If this video opened your eyes, don't just watch and forget. Live it. Fight for your brain. Most people will keep scrolling, but you now know the truth. If you want more videos that help you grow and live stronger, then subscribe to English Listening Lab right now. We are not here to entertain you. We are here to transform you. Let's build the strongest minds together.